trying to get my day right and work my 9 to 5 and plan this out. And I had a really good conversation with a friend last night, and she has this really big idea, and we're going to have her on the show to talk about autism. Hey, Shamika. And she was saying how she has this idea and this project that she wants to start, and it's overwhelming. You know, it's kind of like, how do you find the time to work on it and the time to where as though you are efficient in what you're doing? Because we all could work on something. Right. So what would you say to that aspect? Like, how do you work on it? Right.
You need a team.
You need it. That's the biggest lesson I learned.
Okay.
Is you know, because you think that
you can do everything,
and you can do it all,
and you can't. I'm sorry, y'all. You just can't.
You shouldn't even want to,
but you're not gonna be successful.
Correct.
Right. You can try.
Yeah.
But you know, my biggest thing is I've learned is a team. Even this. Like this, the podcast, the intention, the growth which we've been able to acquire, it was nothing short of teamwork.
True.
That is it.
True. One thing that I've learned is that you have to be skilled and you have to be knowledgeable. Particularly for me, it was in marketing. I really didn't understand marketing. I really didn't understand business, and I understood that I was really, really passionate. And I think we don't lack passion, but we lack knowledge and we lack skill. Which, if you get that, and then the time meets, you will be able to really make profit off of your 9 to 5. But I just think we have some deficiencies. We have a lot of great ideas, but I also looked at failure in the beginning as that I failed. And guys, I'm talking about, I started a Christian clothing t-shirt, you know, and I was really, really passionate about it, which I am very much still am. And I didn't make as much profit as I had wanted to make, not even anticipated or planned for. It was just like, oh, man, you know, I just want to make money and I want to do this and I'm passionate about it. And, you know, I love Jesus and I love God very much. But that doesn't account for the deficiencies. And God is good.
Yeah.
All the time.
All the time.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But
He sell themselves.
I don't care how much. I don't care how much you pray, right? You're going to have to match that with some skill. You're going to have to match that with some teamwork. You're going to have to match that with some people. You're going to have to step out and you're going to have to do some things. And that to me is God.
Yep.
You know, God is not just a genie and like, I'm going to just send you all these cells. No, I'm going to send you the wherewithal to
He's
know.
He's going to send you the tools and the resources that you use, but it's going to be up to you to implement it. It's going to be up to you to execute.
Right.
It's going to be up to you to utilize your resources.
I don't have them.
Yeah.
Right?
And to keep going back to God each time and say, okay, thank you. I got this.
Absolutely.
All right, now I need more.
Now let's move on to the next part.
Or even what's next?
What's next?
What's
what do
next?
I need to take away? Like, you have to constantly be evaluating.
Yeah.
And I think the best businesses, that is what, I mean, you look at, again, the Toys R Us, the Sears, the Kmarts of the world, that they just did not forecast, to your point, Kia, well. They didn't plan for it. They didn't see it. And here's the thing. It could be the timing of it.
Right.
They have run their course.
And they have
even
been
if they
time.
didn't plan for that forecast, when the market changed, they didn't change with
That's
the market.
True too.
So it was like, if you notice some other, and your competitors, if you're noticing your competitors is changing,
you should be keeping
then
an eye on
you should be
them.
trying to evolve.
And they tried.
Right? And trying to, but
Toys
they
R
came
Us tried. They tried to link up with Amazon, but it was too late.
It was too late.
By that time, it was too late. You see Walmart still around.
But again, you need a team of people to kind of come up, let you know, like, listen, we may want to take this on. We may want to go in this direction.
Well,
you know, sometimes it helps.
Now that makes me think.
Or we may want to shut down the
Or we may not want to shut down.
We may want to shut down this part.
Do something else.
Yeah. Made all the money.
Hey,
time to close out. Start something new.
We're doing parties now.
Pack up the giraffe.
Toys R Us is doing parties now. Toys R Us got a party bus.
And you'll be like, oh,
hey, Toys R Us got a party bus.
And that's one thing they say too. I mean, the market is always changing, and I just think as entrepreneurs, whether it be through our part-time jobs or creating a side hustle, we have to have some type of knowledge, you know, or we have to have a team of people that have this knowledge. So one thing, another failure that I did is that I walked away from my full-time job. Which I don't ever regret that, nor do I ever suggest that when trying to start a new side hustle or a new business, or you have this idea and get really excited. Okay, I'm just going to walk away. And when you walk away, everybody at your job is usually getting on your nerves.
Yeah. It's like the perfect time to
walk
away. God, you know what? It must be time.
Jesus. She said one more thing. I'm leaving.
About...
Well, I just said good morning.
Right. Spray that
everybody getting on your nerves.
She said good morning. I can't stand this place. God told me to.
It's time to go and sell these
God
Christian
didn't tell
t-shirts.
you that.
Right.
He didn't tell her.
Right. Right.
Come get WWJD.
What would Jesus do? So you got to be careful on. So would you suggest people leave their 9 to 5 and go start a side hustle? Like, do you?
I'm sorry.
I got. Go ahead, Jasmine.
So I personally wouldn't tell you to quit your 9 to 5.
My man got 2
just
jobs.
Focus on your side hustle. Now, if you've been in your side hustle for a while and you see that it is growing and it is expanding and is lucrative and you're profiting and all of that good stuff, then at that moment, I think you might want to consider letting go your 9 to 5, especially if you're finding that you need to spend more time in your business and you need to market it more and you need to brand it more, but you're getting that return. Then at that moment, I would say, yes, you may need to sit down with your partner, if you have a partner, and talk about what your next step is.
I love it.
And if you can know that I can still maintain my side hustle that's now about to become my primary, and we're still going to be able to live comfortably and still have that stability, then I say go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
I think you got it. My response would be for everybody that just joined in, should you quit your full time for your side hustle? It depends. I mean, like what you said, but it's also the numbers, because I think where a lot of people, the math doesn't work out is if you really did the math, depending on how much you make in your permanent, you probably can make what you're making in
I think
your
you
side
can.
hustle.
You should be able to, and that should be a goal.
If you put it in and do the work,
I agree.
Then you can, because I'm pretty much at a juncture now where it's costing me money to stay at a place. But what I've also found is that because of what my side hustle is, I can actually now flip it so that my full time becomes a part of my side hustle. Like now they become a client of my side hustle.
Okay.
So I was able to kind of take that, leverage it, slap it up, flip it, rub it down.
Oh no!
And now that becomes a stream under my side hustle.
But that to me was strategic. You're not just walking out of the job
and saying
with
I'm done.
No idea of how this could even work. Versus leaving and like, I hope this works.
Correct.
This will work and I hope this work are two different things. And I hope this work. I pray this work. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, if you don't have anything behind that, you got to be careful.
And you do have to be careful.
You got to be careful, because you don't want to be foolish in your decisions. And I believe we have to be wiser.
Yes.
We have to be wiser. I know God is God, but God is wisdom.
Yeah. I think that is it. Like, it's not even he's wisdom.
Correct.
So with that, yes.
Right.
Responsibility.
Right. Have you thought this out? And will it work? And have you talked to your partner or whomever else is involved? And if it's a yes, then go for
ahead
it.
And go for it. And put your all in if that's what you're going to do. I mean, I'm all for it.
Right.
Do your side hustle, but do your homework and do your research.
Yeah.
And truly understand. My cousin, sorry, Kyle, I can't answer you.
Okay.
Sorry. Yes, you have to make sure that you are definitely educating yourself, doing your research, planning. Please plan, y'all. You gotta plan. Planning is the key. Plan for your wins. Plan for your losses. Plan for the indifferent everything. Anything that can go wrong, put it out there. It's gonna go wrong.
Well, and
so,
educate yourself.
Yeah, you have to educate.
You make sure you never stop. Learning. There's different methods and ways to be able to learn, but you never want to stop learning and trying to learn. Learning from other people, learning from the mistakes of others. I mean, that's pretty much a big piece.
So go ahead, because she kind of broke it down on her tips for how to be successful. So let's go ahead and like, what advice would you give? I don't want to stop you. I want you to keep going with that, and we can kind of close out.
For the tips to be successful, I think you really gotta define or figure out what works for you.
Right.
And I just want to go back to the whole quitting the job thing too.
Okay.
Also know when it's time to quit. Because I think some people stay too long because they're like, oh, am I ready? Oh, did I really plan? And it might be a season where God is saying you may not know. I'm telling you to go. So don't negate the fact that if you do have that relationship with God, God could be saying, I need you to trust me. I know you don't think you're ready. I need you to, I have prepared you and will show you how and why, but it's not something that, you're going to always feel comfortable with.
That's true.
So
that is true.
Because what I will say,
that's true.
Everything that happened for you after that wasn't by chance and added to, and maybe it didn't need to happen that way. Yeah. But it definitely catapulted you into a different season.
For sure. I don't regret it. I just don't. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, you want to think about it.
Yeah, but I don't regret it. Like that was a bold move. Like that's go for it.
So I think that's probably my biggest strategy is, obviously we got prayer up there, but gain knowledge, look to, work together and not think that you have to do everything yourself.
Collaborate.
And not, unless your goal is to be a solopreneur, that's cool. But if that works for you, but look to evolve beyond that. Yeah. And not just keep it, just that single layer of economic stimulation either. Right. Like, I'm the only one doing it.
I would say learn what you don't know, and be okay with not knowing everything, because nobody knows everything, and you have to be okay enough to say I don't know this, and I think that's a smart entrepreneur. That's a CEO mentality. Is that I don't know this. Let me link up with who do know this.
Someone who do
know or knows how to do this better than me. Bringing in the right people. I would definitely also say join like communities.
Yes.
Communities are really big. I see a lot of people who are selling, and we're selling the same thing versus trying to build community, trying to add value to the lives of your customers. And that's what you want to do in a side hustle. You want to make sure that you're delivering value before you're even asking for someone's money.
Correct.
Because they don't have that know, like, and trust factor. And you'll find yourself being met with only your friends and your family buying your product because they have that know, like, and trust factor. So they've seen and been in your presence with the value exchange. But when you go beyond them, I don't know who you are. I don't know what you do. I'm not really sure about your product or your service because, one, you may have not identified about how it can help me. So that's the second thing, is to know what problem you're solving or what solution that you may be providing to your customer so that people can easily identify this is why I want to work with so-and-so, or this is why I want to do X, Y, and Z, because I know she can solve my problem, or I know that he can, fix this or give me the solution to that. So know your customer. Learn what you don't know, join like communities, and know what the competition is doing. Like, I follow now trying to build an online business. I follow people who are already doing what it is that I'm doing and seeing the success or the failures that they're having so that I can either mimic or be like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to do that. Yep. Like, they're a part of the community too, and feel free to reach out to people who are doing what you're doing and ask them.
They will help.
Most people will.
I mean, it's enough. It really is enough out there.
Right.
It's enough money out here in any industry that you choose that you can make money. But you definitely need to ask people for help. Yeah. And the ones who do have the knowledge, you guys also have to be willing to share your knowledge with people as well. And it's not a bad thing, and we have to stop looking at it as, oh, they're trying to take from me, or it's like a competitive thing. Yeah. No, it's a way for us to build, like you said, in that industry and that target audience. It's going to be enough money for all of us to make, so let's all just kind of share and help each other out.
Yeah. Just imagine if we did that. I mean, how big our network would be if everybody was in that mindset of sharing.
Yep.
It's like I'm eating off of you, you eating off of me. Everybody. Like we have this really huge community where everybody's eating.
Correct. Well, that's why you don't see, in the Asian communities, there ain't no problem with opening up a nail shop across the street.
They don't
have a problem with it.
But they even have it. Like the legacy is, okay, we're going to open up this shop and we'll leave these 2 to this kid and that kid. We'll make sure that one goes to college. And,
and this is how we'll fund it.
Right.
They have their own economic stimulus package.
Exactly.
That continues to fund. But,
I
need to get a couple of one of
those. That's like, like Tulsa real estate. But that's where it comes in.
I'm all for it.
Some of those, like,
that's okay. The legacy gonna get it started.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah. Okay.
We got kids we got put through school.
We need a strategy to do so.